JavaFX application structure in JavaFX. Now we are considering JavaFX application structure. JavaFX application is divided hierarchically into the three main components known as stage, scene, and nodes. We need to import JavaFX.application.application class in every JavaFX application. This provides the following lifecycle method for JavaFX application: public void init method, public stack void start stage primary stage method, public void stop method. In order to create a in order to create a basic JavaFX application, we need to import JavaFX.application.application into our code, inherit application into our class, override start method of application class. Stage is stage in a JavaFX application is similar to a frame in a Swing application. It acts like a container for all JavaFX objects. Primary stage is created internally by the platform. Other stages can further be created by the application. The object of primary stage is passed to start method. We need to call show method on the primary stage object in order to show our primary stage. Initially, the primary stage look like however, we can add various objects to this primary stage. The objects can be added in a hierarchical way. That is, first scene graph will be added to this primary stage. Then that scene graph may contain nodes. A node may be any object of the user's interface, like text area, button shapes, and text area, button shapes, media, etc. Scene actually hold all the physical contents, nodes of the JavaFX application. Scene class provide all the methods to deal with the scene object. Creating scene is necessary in order to visualize the content of the stage. At once instance, a scene object can only be added to one stage. In order to implement scene in our JavaFX application, we must import JavaFX.scene package in our code. The scene can be created by creating the scene class object and pass the layout object into the scene class constructor. Scene graph exists at the lowest level of the hierarchy. It can be seen as the collection of various nodes. A node is an element which is visualized in the stage. It can be any button, text box layout, image, radio button, checkbox, etc. Nodes are implemented in a tree kind of structure. There is always one root in the scene graph. This will act as a parent node for all other nodes present in the graph. However, this node may be any of the layout. This node may be any of the layouts available in the JavaFX system. Leaf nodes exist at the lowest level in the hierarchy. Each of the node present in the scene graph represent the classes of JavaFX.scene package. Therefore, we need to import the package into our application in order to create a full featured JavaFX application. Class stage. The JavaFX stage class is the top level JavaFX container, the primary stage is constructed by the platform. Additional stage object may be constructed by the application. Class scene. The JavaFX scene class is the container for all content in a scene graph. The background of the scene is filled as specified by the fill property. Class node in package JavaFX.scene. Base class for scene graph nodes. A scene graph is a set of 3 data structures where every item has a 0 or more parents, and each item is either a leaf with 0 sub items or a branch with 0 or more sub items. The class shape 3D in package JavaFX.scene.shape. The shape 3D base class provides definitions of common properties for objects that represent some form of 3D geometric shapes. These properties include the material to be applied to the fillable interior of the shape or the outline of shape. And next point, the draw model properties that define how to render its geometry. Next point, the face culling properties that defines which face to cull. Note that this is a conditional feature. Class parent, the base class for all nodes that have children in the scene graph. The class region in package JavaFX.scene.layout. The region is a base class for all JavaFX node-based UI controls and all layout containers. It is a resizable parent node which can be styled from CSS. It can have multiple backgrounds and borders. It is designed to support as much of the CSS3 specification for backgrounds and borders as is relevant to JavaFX. The full specification is available at the W3C. Class pane in package JavaFX.scene.layout. The base class for layout panes which need to expose the children list as public so that users of the subclass can freely add or remove children. Class control in package JavaFX.scene.control. The base class for all user interface controls. A control is a node in the scene graph which can be manipulated by the user. Controls provide additional variables and behaviors beyond those of the nodes to support common user interactions in a manner which consistent and predictable to the user. The class shape in package JavaFX.scene.shape. The shape class provides definitions of common properties for objects that represent some form of geometric shape. These properties include a pane to be applied to the fillable interior of the shape, a pane to be applied to the stroke, the outline of the shape, the decorative properties of the stroke including the width of the border stroke, whether the border is drawn as the interior padding to the edges of the shape as an interior etching edges of the shape as an interior edging of the that follows the inside of the border, or as a wide path that follows along the border striding it equally both inside and outside. Decoration styles for joints between path segment and unclosed ends of path, and dashing attributes. Here you can see the stage here. Scene is inside the stage, and scene graph is inside scene. Inside the scene graph you can see nodes. Root node interacts with branch node, and here leaf node, and branch node interacts with leaf nodes. Here node. Here you can see node contains subclasses 3D shape 3D parents and shapes, and parents contains a subclass region, and region contains subclasses pane and control here. Now this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching it.